and then it allows for cooling. Then the structure of steel becomes visible. The structure of steel becomes visible when the component is broken or the part is broken. But the exact size and the structure of grain size, that means structure of grain size and the structure can be seen exactly in the microscope. Then actually the steel is an alloy of carbon and iron. In this carbon and iron, if you see the carbon percentage is given in the figure, you see percentage of carbon 0.2%, 0.4%, 0.6%, 0.8%, 1.0%, 1.2 up to 1.7 for carbon steels. There are some alloy steels also. For this carbon steel up to 0.8, from 0 to 0.8, 0.3 percentage carbon material is not suitable for hardening. 0.3% carbon is not suitable for hardening. Then from 0.3 to 0.4, 0.5, 0.6, 0.8 up to 0.8. Actually 0.8% carbon in the material is best suitable for hardening. Then here from here to up to 0.4 ferrite will be there. Ferrite structure. From here to here, from 0.2 to 0.8, here ferrite plus perlite structure will be there. When you reaches up to 0.84, that is perfectly perlite structure. From 0.82 up to 1.7, there will be perlite plus cementite structure will be there. Only this cementite structure. Now we will discuss about the structure. When 0% carbon, here is 0% carbon is pure ferrite. Then the carbon increasing continuously, the structures also will be changes. Then iron with 0% carbon we can call it as ferrite. Then from there to cementite more than 0.84% carbon, that cementite, that means very hard. Ferrite is soft, ductile. Then cementite is hard and brittle. That is not suitable. 1.7% carbon is not suitable for all purposes. Then 0.00% also not suitable for hardening. Then only from 0.4 to 0.84 up to 1.2% carbon we can use for hardening. So what is this in the stages of heat treatment? What are the stages? You remember that here is cementite, here is perlite, here is ferrite. Then the metal we have, when we are going into heat treatment, The stages are there. One heating, second one is soaking, and the third one is quenching. Heating. So how we are going to heat the metal, that is depend upon the cross section, that is depend upon the composition of the metal. So that depends on that how we are using the furnace also very important, which furnace we are using, that volume of furnace, volume and charges, how it will be. These are all important. What is the fuel we are going to use? That also important. What are the intervals? Heating time and heating intervals also very important. These are all depends on heating. So soaking is when the metal is being heated. So suddenly, if you keep the range in the furnace up to 723 degrees, immediately it will not reach that particular temperature. It takes time to heat the entire the body of the material, entire the body of the material. That means depends upon the thickness, depends upon the cross section. So that soaking time, when it reaches the particular temperature throughout the body, that is called soaking. Soaking means the temperature reaches to the entire body and the structure is changing. That is called soaking. Then quenching is after heating the material, we have to make it cool. That are the quenching medias. Four are there actually: brine solution, that is sodium hydrate, then water, then oil, then air. These are the four main. Then some ash is there, some dry sand is there, some lime is there, that are different. Depend upon the heat treatment process, that also will be discussed. That brain solution is very useful quenching media. So the purpose of that one is the salt inside that brain solution that removes the scales due to heating formed on the material. So that is very good for cooling. Then water. Water is presently everywhere available quenching media, that is useful for only carbon steels. Suppose alloy steels are there. For that alloy steels, the oil we have to use. How that oil will be? For example, you are using the oil for bed, you are pouring the oil in the gearbox. These are all not suitable. These are the lubricating oils. These oils can catch the fire. So which are not catching the fire, the low viscosity must be there. The oil which we are using for quenching media, the viscosity must be low. Then only it will not catch the fire. So like that, oil must have that certain properties. Then another one, air. Air also, that air not wet air. So when the moisture is there in the air, that is not suitable. So without that, we can use the blower for cooling sometimes. The air continuously should flow around the component. So like that, these are the quenching medias normally used. First three stages, what are that? Heating. Second one is soaking and quenching. First heating the metal depend upon the size to reach that particular temperature. To enter the body to reach that temperature, that is called soaking. The time is kept to reach that point, that is called soaking. Quenching to cool that one. So these are the three stages. Now we are going for heating. Then first you take the material, carbon material. Then this is here 723 degree centigrade heat, that one 723 degree centigrade. The metal is heated up to 723 degrees centigrade, we can call it as lower critical temperature. This lower critical temperature, why we are calling that one? The material starts changes its structure. The body we have, the body totally changes, not full change, start changing, just starting. That is called lower critical temperature for all carbon steel. Steels 723 degrees centigrade, lower critical temperature. Then the metal is heating, that form is austenite at the lower critical temperature start, that is called austenite starting. When it reaches to totally austenite, that become upper critical temperature. So that means totally change the structure to austenite.